watermark on everything. And they was like, but they kept on trying to get me to like, yeah, man, say a story by such and such, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, all right, cool, bro. But, you know, you can put written by underneath, put your name. All right, that's cool, bro. I'm going to change it, man. Maybe, like, whenever the money comes through, I'll change it, whatever. Yeah. But I shouldn't have did that because, and it's a, you know, young writer shit, you know, but it was like, that's the money, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always get another writer on something. But if you got the created by or, you know, story by, you stuck with you with that project forever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, you'll see Ryan Coogler, not to keep bringing him up, but it's like with the Creed shit. He'll always be attached to that because he created that. Yeah. You know, he created that, so he'll always be some way connected to that. Even now that Michael B. Jordan is directing episodes, somebody else I think directed episodes before, directed the other part 2 one before him. But he'll still always get a check though.
You ready?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you can count us in. So there's a couple of different shows that I like. I like Sopranos, The Office, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And one of the things that I noticed as I got older was that it's the writing. It's like how everything is set, it's the scenarios, the improv, all of it. And, you know, I love the actors, but it's something about the settings and just how they basically put together this puzzle. You think about like movies, you think about all of it, and when you put it together and really think about it, you have to definitely just really appreciate writing as a whole. When I was younger, I used to write, but writing for a show takes discipline, it takes integrity, it takes like honesty, it takes vulnerability. And today, I have somebody that has all those things, and he's working to do so much more. He's going to do a lot of big things. He's already done a lot of big things. And the thing about writers is that you may not even know what they've done, but you watch it on TV all the time. And that is the homie, Ishmael Morgan.
What's up, man?
He's the writer and all the hats, man. We're going to get all of them.
Oh, yeah.
We got to clink it up.
We got to clink it up. Water, man.
We're doing the water today.
You know, it's all good.
Appreciate you being on for all we know.
Definitely, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. So let's start. I always like to, you know, talk about what people do, but it's important to talk about like what they, you know, the background, the origin. Like, talk to us a little bit about like where you're from and, you know, what kind of brought you to writing, but more so like, you know, your personal experiences.
Okay, good stuff. I'm originally from Oakland, California.
The Bay.
Born and raised. Yep. There's a lot of, if anybody knows, there's a lot of history out there. I mean, Black Panthers, just everything. You know, the Bay Area, Oakland has produced a lot of talent, a lot of good people, and you know, we definitely made our mark in today's world, and are continuing to make our mark. You know, but for me personally, it started with my mom, man. My mom always took me to plays. You know, we always went to Berkeley, and we would go to the African American theater and watch plays and things like that. And you know, I got the opportunity to like be in plays, like, you know, children plays, and just like, you know, I was like Batman. I was in all these different productions as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And
that's where it starts.
Yeah, that's where it starts, man. It's a passion, you know what I'm saying? And just being able to, you know, see what goes into all of that type of stuff, and you know, seeing the actors and, you know, the directors, and but like you said, the writers, you know. And I don't think people know, like, the writers don't get enough credit. You know, I think a lot of people just think like, oh, those people are just in front of the TV and they're just saying lines, but I don't think a lot of people know, like, it's an army of people behind the scenes, like, really, like, writing down everything they say. And I'm not talking about TV, I'm talking about the newscasters, people who are, might give you play-by-play for the NBA or NFL. The writers it's writers for all that stuff. Award shows. If you see a comedian tell a joke and on an award show, that's a writer.
That's a team. It might even
that's
be
a team.
Yeah.
It's a teleprompter there, like telling those people, letting them know to cue them up, what to say, and things like that. So, but I will say, writing it wasn't always a passion of mine. I mean, it kind of you just. I don't think a lot of people know that, they're kind of going towards something. I remember my mom used to tell me, like, I play with my toys and, I have all this crazy dialogue just from my toys. You know what I'm saying? But that's dialogue. That's scripting. You know what I'm saying? You got your one toy in one hand, you got your other toy in the other hand, and you making them battle in front of the whatever. That's a scene. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very much so.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
And a lot of people, I mean, I don't think you know you're going into those waters, but it just kind of happened for me like that.
That's cool, man. So, do you think growing up in Oakland, do you think that influenced like your writing as far as like the things that you saw? Because Oakland is a special place, man. I spent a couple of summers out there. And it's a special place.
Oakland's a fun town, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a town where you really have to like make up shit to do.
You good.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, man. I mean, you see a lot. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot. You meet a lot of characters.
Damn.
I mean, everything I write is influenced by people I meet, people I've interacted with, people I didn't interact, but I watch from afar. But yeah, Oakland is definitely, and I'm pretty sure like some of your favorite people today, like Ryan Coogler. I mean, he's from Oakland, and he's always putting some type of Oakland flavor.
Some Bay Area.
You can see it from starting Black Panther with Too Short. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just something. I mean, and everybody could say that about their city, but it's like for me, like Oakland is just one of them cities, man. If you can make it there with all of the stuff that goes on,
there's a lot.
You can make it anywhere, man. I mean, and even today, like it's heavily gentrified, but it's still parts of Oakland that are creating kids that's gonna do some big things one day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the way it is. But I've definitely riding the bus, going to school, meeting people. It definitely contributed.
So, you grew up in the Bay. You eventually moved. Did you move straight to Atlanta? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when was that moment where you were like, okay, I gotta take this seriously. I'm pretty good at it.
It's crazy. I told my cousin this not too long ago. He does audio, and I was like, man, like, look, once you graduate from college or whatever, your trade school, whatever, and somebody pay you, you're a professional now, and you want to get paid accordingly. So for me, I went to Clark, Atlanta, one of the best HBCUs there is. Shout out to Clark. But, once I graduated, and I had a professor there. I can't remember the professor's name. But she is the one who really, like, told me I could write, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like, I was never, like, the crazy A student, whatever. And honestly, I didn't even get a 3.0 until I got to college.
Yeah.
But this particular professor, when I started like taking my mass comm classes, creative writing, video production, things like that, and I think I forgot what I did a story on. I wrote like a story or a script on. I kind of like took the Emmett Till story and made it like modern day version of it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I had like I think it was like a recruit, like going to like a black recruit playing football was going to like a PWI to play football, and he went on a college trip to visit the campus, but he got killed. And I did like this whole like thing, but it was like based on like the whole Emmett Till situation.
Wow.
You know, and she gave me an A, and she kind of was like, yo, man, you got some skills, man. You know, this, that, and the third, whatever. And, you know, from there, I took it seriously, but Hollywood is not a easy nut to crack.
I've heard.
It's not an easy nut to crack.
I've heard.
You know, so when I graduated from college, I moved to Los Angeles in hopes of getting into, you know,
as everybody does,
yeah. But it's hard, man. So I ended up like getting on and being like a production assistant at like BET, and you know, from there, you know, I work there, do all that stuff, whatever. But it was like probably like 8 years ago, whatever. You know, I met my wife. You know what wives do, they snoop. So she was on my computer, and she was like, she read like an old script of mine, and she was like, yo,
you got to do something.
You need to be writing, man.
This is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, she was like, you got a lot of money on this computer. Like,
They'll let you know.
They'll
let you know real quick.
Yeah, man. So that kind of like relit the fire, and from there, just, you know, just going at it, man. And, you know, and that's one of the beauties to me from being where I'm from. We don't really take no for an answer in Oakland. So I just pound the pavement, meet the connections I meet, and get opportunity, meet this person, and you just keep on, like, you know.
And networking, like
networking is very important.
That's a really important thing. And I think, you know, I think it might have been Issa Rae that said, like, you know, you want to network across as much as, you know, people try to always go up.
Yeah.
You know, it's, if you get there, but everybody trying to do that.
Everybody
you
trying to do
across,
that.
You know, you build that ladder.
Yeah.
And then y'all, you know, everybody could go up.
I'm trying to teach my son that right now. It's like, you know, he's 19, college, whatever. But I'm just like, the people you meet now are probably going to be the people who open up a door for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people. Like, just recently, I wrote a spec script for one of the Tyler Perry shows to get into their writing room. But the guy who I sent it to, he's like a big dog now at Tyler Perry Studios. But he was like one of my first managers when I worked at BET. Like, he was like, I think like the production supervisor or something. Shit, you know, like nothing crazy to where fast forward now, like he's over Tyler Perry Studios.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the type of...
You never know who somebody
You
gonna
never
turn
know,
out to be,
man. You never know, man. And that's why I just, you know, I teach, you know, try to show everybody respect. You know,
it's hard to see. It's hard to see when you're younger.
Oh, for sure.
It's hard to see when you're younger.
Sure,
what you mean? I'm trying to get Diddy.
Yeah.
You gotta get Diddy's like assistant. Like, you know, I think on like the music tip, I think it was like either Eminem or Dre's assistant or like something like that. They gave them the demo of the 50 or it was one of those.
Yeah.
But like you never know, man. You got to get the people that got their ear.
Yeah.
So as far as like, you know, you're obviously, you know, writing. You've been writing for a while, but what's the process? What's the creative process?
For something I'm writing or for somebody else?
Ooh. Dang, that's different, huh?
Yeah, it's different, man. It's different.
That's a really good question. Let's start with you.
For me, it's kind of, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like a freak show, man. But
that makes for a good writer.
I talk to myself sometimes, you know. But you know, I'll sit down and I try to think about things that haven't been done before too, you know, and I'm one of them people too. I tell people now, like younger producers and directors, and if I'm, you know, if they're listening, but I'll be like, yo, you got to think it's hot first, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, if I like it, if it's something that I want to see and I haven't seen it on television, which is rare because I mean everything's been done before, but I think with everything you can put your own special twist on everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my writing process is, you know, first I'll treatment it out. You know, I'll write a story. You know what I'm saying? Develop the characters, try to get the characters right, you know, because the characters are important. They're, you know, they're going to drive the story. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, man, just think of all the crazy shit that I want to happen in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
try to put it
you know what I'm saying?
Formula,
and put it in the best story form and just make it entertaining, make it fun, try to like make some tears happen, you know, and just be open to criticism, but I just try to make it fun and something that I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, my biggest critic is my wife. And then from there, I got like I said, I got a couple other people that I might like read something. Mm-hmm. But like now, venturing out, like, you know, I think I just told you over there, like I'm in the process of trying to sell a project, and I'm meeting with this cat, you know, big time director, EP in the industry. He already killing it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's like we're like in the third rounds of like revisions of like the script I wrote. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, it's good to collaborate. It's good to like get somebody else's opinion on something that, you know, was probably like close to you. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, because somebody, you know, I think everybody can give you something to make some other things better. Yeah. But it starts with you liking it first. It starts with you wanting to see, you know, your project and, you know that it's something that can contribute to the world, whatever. But, you know, I think, but process is just got to come up with an idea, man. Yeah. You know?
Is it hard for you to like constructive criticism? Because I'm sure when you write something and like you said, you really like it, when somebody's like, nope, take this out, take this out, does that kind of like hurt you? Like, come on, man, it's gotta like.
Not really, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business, and people are like trying to like spend as less money as possible. So like, for the project I'm doing now, you know, and I think I had like an airport scene in the script, and the cat was like, yo, man, this shit is dope, but
can we got the budget?
Like airports is like, yo, let's try to how can we get your people from here to here without showing that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And it's not so much a creative hat; it's more like a producer hat, the money, you know what I'm saying? And what it takes to, you know, make that happen. Now, some people, if it's a big $200 million budget, they don't care. Right, you know what I'm saying? You could blow up an airport if you want to, but like anything, I mean, big, small, promo, movie, whatever. I remember this cat when I first started working at BET, OG producer, whatever, and he was like, you know, I think I did a spot for him or whatever, and he was just like, man, I don't care how good your spot is. I don't care how good your project is, whatever. Somebody is always going to find something wrong with it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just nature of the beast. Yep, it could be 100% good to go, done, ready, but somebody will always like kind of, because everybody want to put their stamp on something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to, and it took me some time to notice, but the slightest little change in something like a script. So if I write something, you know what I'm saying, and then you come along and you change, you know, like, yo, let's put, you know, Cal and Ish, you know, the water bottles on the table. Let's take the water bottle off the table. That's a credit for you because you changed the scene. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that's
the nature of the business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and everybody wants to eat. So it's just that's just how stuff be going, man.
Real quick, I want to go back to what you said about writing for other people. How is that different?
It's cool if people have their idea set, but sometimes you run into people who like, all right, man, so, you know, I want to do a story about me and my cousin making it out the hood. What you got? And it'd be like, all right, so what was the hurdles? What was the obstacles?
Yeah.
You know,
do they have to provide all that? Like, do they?
I mean, you would want them to, or you just charge them for a treatment. Some people would be like, some people will give you the pieces and be like, yo, all right, I want the story to be about me, my cousin, my mama, and, you know, we went on this road trip, and, you know what I'm saying, we caught a flat tire. When we caught a flat tire, we went to the hotel, and we found out there was a whole bunch of, like, vampires in there. But they want you to come up with all the extra other
details
stuff.
And
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the challenge, because it's not a challenge because that's what you get paid to do. But it's the more information they bring, the easier it is, but the less information they bring, the harder it is. But the more
now it almost turns into
your project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run into that though. I've run into that, and that's the thing. That's another thing. Like when I was like first like getting back into it though, people don't know the power of like created by and written by. See, created by and story by. Like if it's created by and story by, 9 times out of 10, you stay attached to the project.
Really?
Yeah, because it's your story or created by you. Written by, it's cool. Anybody can say written by, but
story created by.
Yeah, created by and written like story by or created by. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, so I didn't know that. I remember I didn't know that, and I remember I did something for these cats, and it was like, you know, I did the whole thing. I had my watermark on everything, and they was like, but they kept on trying to get me to like, yeah, man, say a story by such and such. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, all right, cool, bro. But you know, you can put written by underneath, put your name. I'm like, all right, that's cool, bro. I'm gonna change it, man. Maybe like whenever the money come through, I'll change it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have did that because, and it's a young writer shit, you know. But it was like, that's the money though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always get another writer on something. But if you got the created by or story by, you stuck with you with that project forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like you'll see Ryan Coogler, and I keep bringing him up, but it's like with the Creed shit, he'll always be attached to that because he created that. Yeah. He created that, so he'll always be some way connected to that. Even now that Michael B. Jordan is directing episodes, somebody else I think directed episodes before, directed the other part 2 one before him. But he'll still always get a check though because he created it. That's something that I didn't even know in the beginning.
That's a tip. We gonna
always make sure
that's a bite for real.
You get created by or story by, if you can, because a lot of people just sell their shit and like, all right, man, I wanna get in, so I'll just give it up. I'll give up that story by credit by and just so I can get in.
Pop off and
if it pop off, it's like woof,
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Well, switching gears a little bit, representation.
Okay.
Because I know you write a lot of scripts. How do you approach the creating the authentic characters of our culture? Like, how do you making sure that they are represented well? Yeah. You got some stories out here. It's like we don't do that. Yeah. Who in the room?
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
The tricky part about that is, to me, is me and you can say we don't do that, but then you do have some black people who do that.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's not like a one-sided thing. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, for me, when I go out and I look, it's an ongoing battle, man, between black people and niggas. Yeah. It's true. That's a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good, decent, whatever, and then it's people who make us look terribly bad. And sometimes, industry and studio, they gravitate more to those stories because those are the more entertaining ones, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I kind of like, and I think I mentioned to you off camera, I like how they did the movie, they cloned Tyrone, because they use those characters, those stereotypical characters, whatever, but it was kind of like, it shows you they got enlightened by their situation and they get to see yo, we being used, you know what I'm saying, for some, for the propaganda. So me, I try to always make positive, black images or whatever. But I mean, that's not true America, And I mean, because it is for us. You I'm a father, I'm a husband, I got kids, I handle my business, I do whatever. But then you got people who act a fool, you know what I'm saying? So I think you have to I don't think so much that they're negative, whatever. I think if the whole movie is just on some crazy, just stereotypical, just all bad, then you know that that's what they was out to do, and that's what it is. But if it's well rounded, if you got a wide range of characters, then I mean, you know.
That's why I appreciate like movies like Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
Because it's satirical and it's like it shows really like, you know, the like stereotypical, you know, characters or whatever, and like, look, this is how they see us. And it's so absurd, but you know it's so true.
Yep.
And yeah, you do have to find the balance, though.
Yeah, you got to find the balance, you know. And, I mean, you know what they're doing with that movie, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that they're trying to. I don't even think it's like it's trying to make fun of the Wayans brothers, trying to make fun of us. I think they're just trying to like, you know, sometimes you gotta put the mirror in front of people and be like, yo, man, we could do better, man.
Yeah,
we
like,
we could do way better, man.
This.
Like it's like we could do better, you know.
For sure. So, you know, you have the gift of writing that a lot of people don't have. How do you like, you know, how do you share that inspiration? Like what's your like most inspirational script that you've like written or like that really like you're really proud of?
Probably
like what was it about? Because the Emmett Till was
yeah.
Like,
yeah, I wish. I mean, you know,
crazy.
It's crazy. I still got that in like a box at home, but probably the one I'm trying to like sell now, you know. But I can't really go into it. But it's like that was a personal moment for me that I kind of like turned into, you know, a screenplay, and you know, it's it had legs, and it was one of the reasons why I came out here for college, and you know, so that one right there that's one of the ones. I have probably another one, but that one right there, you know, is probably my most, you know, that's my baby. That's right your best one. Yeah, that's my best one right now.
So, okay, so let's talk about genres. Is there like a particular genre that you like to stay with, or?
I like drama, but I want to try my hand. Like I was just, you know, I want to try some sci-fi. I want to try to like, you know, get into like some horror things, because I mean I have an imagination, and I want to. Yeah. That's one of the, you know, areas that I kind of want to like, you know, tap into. You know, I want to tap into sci-fi, and you know, you see all those movies and where. It's like, man, ain't no black people in the sci-fi music.
Yeah,
like, we didn't make it past the apocalypse. Like we all just died or went away.
Is that the like genre that pulls you in the most?
Yeah, I love sci-fi movies.
Yeah,
I love sci-fi.
What's your favorite off top of your head?
Probably the last one I saw was Doom. I like Doom.
Okay.
I like Doom. Yeah, I'm waiting for the next one.
Yeah. I like that one too.
It was another one that I just watched that I liked. Harrison Ford, I think, was in the original.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he was in the original one, but it'll probably come to me. But sci-fi is, I'm a big fan of sci-fi and horror movies. I like a good scary movie.
So we were talking about like off camera. We were talking about the process of getting like a script sold. How does that work?
That's tricky, because I mean, honestly, I remember this one cat told me, he was like, man, there's a difference between unsolicited and solicited, and you know, and he's actually somebody like who's doing his thing too, and you know, but it's all relationships, man. That's all it is. Yeah, that's literally
that's all a lot of things.
Yeah, it's literally the difference between this right here, or me blowing up as a screenwriter, or this podcast blowing up to be the #1 podcast in America, is literally a relationship.
Phone call.
It's just one phone call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I always say people like, and the thing about me, to me, some of the worst human beings in the world is middlemen and yes men, because they stand in the way of a lot of shit, man.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you could know somebody who knows somebody, but they won't do the intro because they want to get paid too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, man, that's the business. You know, it's literally that's the business. But to go back to the other question, like the role, it's a big thing with unsolicited and solicited. So I remember this one cat told me, I was like, man, so what's the difference between unsolicited and solicited? My script being unsolicited and whatever. And he was like, this right here, us grabbing a breakfast and talking about your movie, and me seeing that you cool, and that you won't sue me. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it be.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, truthfully, I mean, to me, in my experience so far, that's really what I see. I see that it's literally, and it's not even just movies, it's everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's always somebody there that can take you to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that's going to hire you for the next big job, or, you know, give you the promotion. But it takes somebody to kind of
just give
you the bump up, you know, the nod, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is, man.
You brought up something really interesting with the whole, like, you know, the yes man, the middleman. Do you think that, I don't know, there might be more, but do you think that because we have, like, streaming platforms and so many of them now, there's as much gatekeeping? Because I've seen some stuff on Tubi.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just think, you know, I think everybody wants to figure out how they can make $1 off something. Yeah. And it's always being a middleman is a lucrative position if you ain't got no talent, because you always get paid off somebody else's stuff.
That's very true.
You know, I'm a creator, you're a creator, whatever. So, you know, we create. So we're going to always be able to generate some type of income. But it's like, I know a lot of people, I know a lot of people right now where I look at them. I remember this one cat, I went to college. He wouldn't even go to college with me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even go to college with me, but he was, like, always on my campus. But he's like, you know, I saw him, like, be, like, around, like, 2 Chainz a lot. And I'm just like, it'd be a lot of people who just get in the room and then they could, like, help you get to the person. But it's like, everybody want to get paid, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, man.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
So, I don't know. I mean, streaming, it's all business, but I don't know, man.
Well, on top of just the screenplays, you also write, like, promos.
Yeah.
How is that different?
I mean, it's all creative. It's just short form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, at this point now, I can write them like the back of my hand. But it might be a little bit harder because you're trying to deliver a message in 30, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
That's probably extremely hard.
Yeah.
You gotta get to your point quicker.
Yeah, where a screenplay, you got 90 pages, you know, to make something happen. But, you know, promo screenwriting, like I said, that's my bread and butter. That's what keeps the creative juices going. But I wouldn't say it's that much harder because I've been doing it so long. And, you know, I try to bounce around from different networks and, you know, keep my mind fresh working on different content like sports, entertainment, news, whatever. So I think the biggest thing is just to always stay fresh. And that's what, you know, having your hands in everything allows you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, always be able to just create something, anything, you know what I'm saying? That's a plus for me, at least.
Yeah, promos they look like they hard, but you said they're easy, so I don't know.
I mean, you just, to me they're easy, but, you know, they might be hard for somebody else.
So you're not just a screenwriter. You're not just, you know, write promos. You're obviously an entrepreneur, and you're a property owner.
Yeah. So
how'd you get into, more so like the entrepreneur, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand, but how'd you get into property ownership?
That's something I always wanted to do. I bought my first house when I was 27. So, I mean, you know, and shout out to my parents. They was like, you know, I had a son early. So, you know, I was going to buy like a loft and whatever, and they was like, no, you need a house. You need a house in the backyard for your son, whatever. But I think, not a loft. I was going to buy a multi-unit.
Okay.
But they was like, you needed the grass in the backyard, whatever. But I never lost that. I never like not wanted to have multiple properties. You know what I'm saying? So once I secured the house and, you know, got into a good flow of, like, you know, it pays for itself and things like that, I mean, chances make champions, dog. And that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of people be scared to take steps, and it's like, but you rather pay $1,700 for rent. You rather pay $2,000 for rent. You're paying somebody else. You might as well go out and buy you something. So that's why I just, like, you know, I had the opportunity to buy a multi-unit, and I was like, shoot, why not, man? I mean, this is going to secure my family. You know what I'm saying? This is going to, give my kids something to fight about when I'm gone.
That's real.
Yeah, I'm saying.
How do you find the balance? Like as a father, you wearing all these hats.
Father first, man.
Yeah.
Father first, man. For me, that's the biggest job. A lot of people invest in stocks and houses and all that shit, and I do that shit too. But for me, if I invest in my kids, they're gonna be the ones that really take care of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I look at them like, one of them is going to take care of me. If not all four, one of them is going to, they not going to have me in this nursing home eating soup. One of them is going to have me with a room in their house chilling. So I'm like, I just, I love being a dad, you know what I'm saying? And I love having new life too. Like, it's like,
special, man.
Yeah, that's like my oldest son is 19, and I got a 2-year-old and a newborn. But it's like that keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? That keeps me wanting to keep on getting up and do more. You know what I'm saying? There's
a different, and I'm a new dad, but there's a different hustle, like that you find within yourself. Like, cause I feel like I hustled before her, but now it's like one of my favorite rappers, Scheme. He used to say, I used to do this for fun. Now I do this for fun. Yeah. And that's real.
Yeah, real talk.
Because everything, to me, has to be like, all right, it's a play. It's a real play now. Yeah. Because I need her name on things now to make sure she's good.
Yeah. And for me, I just want them to see me trying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, I was doing promos. I had a great career. Like, promo writing and like I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But it's like to go and take a passion, screenwriting, and now actually starting to get paid, whatever. Nothing made it to the screen yet, but I'm still getting checks and whatever. So it's like, but just to have my 19-year-old, he'll see me in the office just pounding out a script for somebody, you know what I'm saying? And that keeps him like, damn, my dad, he already do cool, you know what I'm saying? But he like literally like sitting right here writing this script to go to another level, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna always keep them wanting more and wanting to not make excuses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
sure. Yeah, that's and as kids you practice what you see. Yeah. This is a real show. You get thirsty, you better drink. So staying with the fatherhood, how do you make those lessons, like, for instance, for your 19-year-old, how do you make them enjoyable and educational? I guess when he was younger, when you would teach him different things. Like, I know for me, my mom told me at a certain point, all right, I'm not buying this no more. Yeah. You gotta buy it. And she's like, but how you gonna do it? Yeah. Did you ever have any moments like that where you had to kind of educate him, but I guess kind of disguise it as fun? Yeah. I just never wanted to make my kids weak. You know what I'm saying? Especially I remember my dad always used to tell me I love you, but when you go outside this door, the world don't give a fuck about you. It's true, and that's real. And I kind of echo the same message to my kids now. Well, at least my 19-year-old. I'm just it's a dog world, man. Nobody's, and I'm not gonna be here forever. But it's I always wanted him to be able to take care of himself. So when as soon as he turned 14, I made him he got a job at Papa John's because I wanted him to generate his own coin. Yeah. I wanted him to, and then I made him pay his own cell phone bill. Then from there, then he had to pay. He had to get his own haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Once you start driving, you get your own gas. But it's kind of like second nature now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even tell him to do it, but his freshman year he went and he's in computer science. He ain't in entertainment. Okay. So he went and got a job at a little startup tech firm that was on his campus that built the robots. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So early. Yeah, but you have to start them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of and I ain't knocking people parenting, but it's so many people just let their kids just figure it out. Yeah. And kids don't want to figure it out. No. Kids want structure. You know what I'm saying? They want balanced structure, someone to kind of be over them and no, not like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they kids, you know what I'm saying? You're doing them, I feel you're doing them a disservice if you're the not to say you can't have fun, but you're the fun parent.
Yeah.
That, like, you're doing them a disservice because, like you said, you're not going to be there forever.
Bro.
And it would really, I'm sure, it'd break your heart if, you know, you left this world and your child wasn't ready to move through the world without you.
I always say, man, to me, I don't think people be scared to pass away, especially older people. Mm-hmm. But they only don't want to leave if they know they got somebody that depends on them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, you know, like especially with my son and my kids, you know, I just want them to be able to make it without me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want them to be able to go through this world, be normal people, fuck being rich, fuck whatever, all that shit. Just be able to, you know, make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it break my heart, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll drive up and down these streets, man, and I see all these young black boys, man, just outside, like, stoned out of their minds, zooted, just walking, don't have no direction. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, damn, man, like,
and you just know that everything starts at home.
Everything starts at home, bro. Like, everything starts at home. To have a, not to cut you off, but just to have somewhere to sleep at night, to have a meal, you know what I'm saying? To have somebody say, man, I love you, man. You did a good job on that project, man.
Matters.
You know, that shit matter, bro. That shit matters.
Because what happens is just a snowball effect.
Yeah. My dad was strict on me. Like, he used to make me chop wood. I used to have to paint the garage. Yeah. But he also,
we had the same job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he also, if I did something right, I love you. Yeah. Man, that's how you do it. And now me and my father have some of the best conversations because I'm a man now.
Right.
I understand what he was trying to do. I
have a similar situation. Like, my stepdad, you know, that's the one that's from Hayward. Mm-hmm. And he, you know, as I was growing up, you know, he was real hard on me. And then when I got like 12, 13, I had to, oh, you ain't my dad, you know, like all young kids do. But I had that, and he was still like, I had to grow up to realize, like, dang, this dude like really cared about me. Like, man. He started coaching soccer. He didn't know nothing about soccer. He started coaching my soccer teams and everything like that. And he was real strict on me. And what I appreciate about my mom was she was hands off. She's like, look, I don't want him to be like soft or anything like that. I want him to be raised as a man. Yeah. And my stepdad's like, cool. I got it, man. He did it. So it's as you get older, you'll appreciate them, because I appreciate him so much because I see it in people I know. I see, like, I could tell how somebody was raised, just like even now. Yeah. You know, you could tell that kind of stuff. So that stuff matters, man.
That stuff matters, dog. Honestly, man.
Like, sticking again with fatherhood, you make like a lot of big decisions. I'm sure, like, entrepreneur wise and like property management wise. Do you, I guess, sticking with the property management, did you like take your son along when he would?
Yeah, like if I like we, you know, some of the units we Airbnb, and I make him clean up because I tell him, like, yo, this all gonna be this you. I mean, you're the oldest. You know, your siblings are super younger than you, so it's like this is gonna be, you're gonna be the one like over the trust and all that for you know, you're gonna make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to show them early. You know what I'm saying? You have to show them how you want them to be. Right. I'm a firm believer in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with that, you know, parenting and just letting them just do whatever they want. That's just how I roll, man.
No, you know? I feel you. And I met your son before.
Yeah.
He does not. He doesn't come across as the other, like, 19-year-olds that I see. Yeah. But like I said, you could tell when somebody has good parenting. Yeah. You feel me? So,
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thank you. So, how would you, like, you know, summarize your journey, like, as like a man, as a screenwriter? Like, how would you summarize it? Like, what, like, some life lessons that kind of you carry with you?
I mean, it's all a process. You know, I think you one of the questions you told me is like, what would be the title?
What would be a good title?
Yeah. And I told Chris, I was like, man, that's a good question.
What's a good title?
I was like, that's a good question. You got me with that one. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? The man who stood in the rain and didn't get wet.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because,
yeah.
you know, to me, rain comes as frequent as problems. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really have discipline, man. You know what I'm saying? To be able to navigate through that shit, man. I mean, you know, for a man, like, to women, to career, to friends, to, you know, I don't drink or smoke, to all of that type of stuff, you know. And I had you know, I take a lot of what I experience in life and I put it, you know, in my writing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to generate characters the way I do, to me. But it's like you meet a lot of people along the way, man, who helped you, was trying to fuck you over, you know, was just a person that was a fly by night, but they served their purpose for that moment. So, you know, I just feel like, you know, it's easy to get wet, man.
Yeah.
It's easy to get wet out here, man. It's easy to fall to a lot of shit, you know. And to me, I just, by the grace of God and whatever, I made it. You know, I'm doing cool. I'm doing okay. I'm able to take care of my family. So, and that's the most important part to me, is just being able to take care of my family.
That's all that matters. To me, that's wealth.
Oh,
like
I say that all the time.
People talk about, you know, like all the money in the world and all that, and
I just told my barber that.
Yeah, like it's that to me that's the wealthiest person. Somebody that is like rich in family and relationships.
Passing down knowledge is the real wealth.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? That is because it's so easily to get lied to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to have somebody, I talk to my dad every day. You know, so to have somebody to tell me how it was, what it was, how it's gonna be. Look out for this. Look out for this. Even down to, you know, my father might have like regrets that he wish he would have did something. But like I tell him, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be like, I should have bought. Yeah. I remember, you know, like when he first brought me down here to Atlanta for college, he was like, I should have bought a whole bunch of houses then. Now houses is out there. But I'm buying properties. Yeah. You know, but that's, you know, you might think that you didn't do it and you whatever. But I'm listening to it, and you plant the seed in me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna plant the seed in my children. That's real. That's real wealth, man. That's what other people be, you know, not like that, but have on us, because, you know, we'll sometime, you know, either we'll pass early or, you know, we just don't do things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I got my shit together, I just want to be able to, you know, tell my sons how to do shit, tell my daughters how to do shit, and, you know, be around for when they have kids, and then I'll be their old grandpa telling their kids how to do shit, how it was when, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's generational wealth.
It is. That is, bro.
Going back to the screenplays, top 5. What's your top 5? Like, it's just like, man, that was real well written.
Ooh, sheesh.
That's tough.
That's tough, man. It's a lot of good content out there.
Run me your 5.
Damn, man.
Run me your 3.
Pulp Fiction, Malcolm X.
Oh.
I'm big on, like, you know, urban movies. So I like Boys in the Hood. I like New Jack City too, and Society. Okay. But Goodfellas.
Classic.
Casino.
Yeah, the continuous shot.
Yeah. Another Scorsese movie that I really liked was Aviator. I really liked Aviator. Aviator was good. It's a lot of good content, man. It's a lot of
some good ones. Though.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I like movies too, though.
Yeah,
you know
Casino's
what I'm saying?
my favorite.
Yeah, I'm a big movie person. You know, I like to watch movies. You know,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming.
Oh man, you already know, man. Yeah, man. This has been fun, man. Yeah. I had a ball, man. You know.
But yeah, like I said, with, you know, next time you're watching some movies or something created by or story by, please. Man. Get your money. Get your money,
man. Yeah, don't. And if you are gonna give it up, make sure you give it up for some money, because somebody they put your shit on the shelf, and you be like 2-3 years down the line, be like,
just sitting there,
and they be like, damn, I forgot I sold that shit for $10,000.
Collecting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I sold that shit for $10,000 in 2023, and now they turned it into this blockbuster, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Man. That shit. That happens, bro.
But this is Ishmael Morgan. Came on the show for all we know and blessed us with some knowledge on the behind the scenes. And you know what we say here? Be yourself because everyone else is taken.
Peace. Hell yeah. That was fun, man.
Yeah. I'm about to quit. Yeah.